Everyone, welcome to Toad TV. I am Mary Beth.
I'm Helen.
We are the creative handsome minds behind Toad Hollow. And welcome. Today is Friday, June 28th, I think.
Yes, we are going into the holiday week.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
The 4th of July is
Next week.
next Thursday.
What on earth? When did that happen? What happened to my hair? It's like this side doesn't exist. It's just like it's painted on.
It's that whole shower right before we podcast thing.
Right. Oh my gosh. We started this morning early.
Really early.
But we did all the dyeing before and then rushed through showers.
Yeah.
So that we could get done in time. But yeah, no, it was... but our work is done for the day. Once we're done the podcast, we're done. That is nice.
I mean, that's what you get for starting work at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that's really nice. Okay, so Helen is going to pull up the link so that she can monitor comments and things like that.
Do you want to talk about Advents if you bought on Facebook while I pull it up?
Sure. Okay, we got a notification from someone who, and thank you so much, Alexis, for reaching out. Let us know that she had gotten notified that her Advent calendar was canceled because she had bought it through Facebook. And since we didn't mail it out in a timely manner, they canceled it. So she let us know about it. We got in touch with her and said, hey, that's fine. We're going to send you an invoice through the store. There was one other person that I saw that bought it through Facebook, and I sent you a message too. But if you know that you bought the Advent through Facebook, check your credit card because you may have been refunded. And if you did,
not,
let us know.
It's coming because you may have purchased it later down the road and
Okay.
you haven't reached the... it must be 2 months.
Okay.
They must give us 60 days to ship. It was something we didn't realize, otherwise we would have taken it off the Facebook Marketplace. So,
Yeah.
We apologize for that, but...
Yes. So if you get a notification that it's been canceled, just let us know because we are not canceling it. It is still full on.
Right.
We are still dyeing it pretty much every week. So yeah, no, it's a
still
go.
going, yeah.
Definitely a go.
And I did get a question this week from someone who was looking to purchase an Advent calendar, and because she had missed the deadline to pre-order. We are dyeing extras, so those will be, a couple will be going on sale come the fall.
Right.
Not a lot, just a couple.
But we will be not putting them up until then, only because
Just
we
to
need
double
to
check we
get
have
everything
everything.
packed and
Right.
ready to go first. Make sure all the numbers come out the way they're supposed to.
Right.
So, okay. All right. Do we have any other questions or comments that we need to address from?
Somebody asked about your shawl, the simple shawl. She wanted to know, are you doing it in the DK as it called for on the pattern? And if not,
Did it really?
it did, yeah.
No, I'm doing it in fingering.
And what size needle you're using?
I don't remember whether I knew that it was DK. I probably did and made the conscious decision to go to fingering. I like fingering weight shawls. I don't like DK weight shawls for me. So I like DK weight sweaters, but I don't like DK weight shawls. So for me, I do almost all my shawls in fingering weight. I believe I am using a 6.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm doing it on a 6. A 6 is a really nice area for me. A 6 or a 7 are where I really am comfortable doing shawls in.
Yeah, for fingering weight, yeah.
For fingering weight, yeah. Okay. All right.
I'm pretty sure that was just about...
That's it?
Just double check
Okay.
questions.
So, how has your week been so far? Ours has been relatively uneventful. Oh, I do want to give you an update on
I was gonna say,
Ivy.
there was-
Ivy is doing very, very well. We took her back. She was walking on 3 legs pretty much for Tuesday and Wednesday. And I took her back on Thursday and they took the bandage off and said everything looks perfect. And we just need to let them know if she's like excessively licking it or if she won't put any weight on it. By the time we got back home, she was already putting weight on it, and she licked it a couple of times. I think it was more to make sure that everything was there where it was supposed to be.
Right.
But she is,
And cleaning the paw.
yeah, she's really good. It was so sad when I went with her because I went by myself. She basically tried to make herself part of my leg when they came to get her. And I said, it's okay, it's all right. And I walked her to the door, and she was trembling so hard. I just felt so terrible because they were taking her away. But it took 3 minutes maybe. And then they brought her out, and her tail was wagging so hard when she saw me. It makes me feel so good. So
She's such a sweet girl.
she really is. I love this dog so much. So yes, she is good. So thank you to everybody who reached out and asked us how she was doing. She is good.
And then we had a miserable day Wednesday just because of the heat.
Oh yeah, Wednesday was hot and yucky.
And then thunderstorms all night long, which was rough for Hugo.
For Mr. Hugo, he does not do well with thunder. But he was okay. He has made it, and now it's gorgeous.
Oh my God!
It is just a spectacular couple of days.
It is the weather you deserve, having put up with the heat of the last week and a half.
Yeah.
So it is just fabulous.
Yeah. Absolutely lovely. So
we have 3 deer in the backyard chomping away on my flowers, and it's just beautiful.
Really?
Yeah.
Where are they? What are they eating?
The butterfly garden.
I was going to suggest to you, because I was looking out there and thinking, there is absolutely not an inch of sun on that garden that we planted supposedly in the sun.
Yeah.
That we should probably dig them up and move them.
Well, they don't exist anymore, I don't think.
That's an expensive little stack there, dear. I'm just going to say. Okay. All right. So, we had a question from someone who finished the Throne of Glass series on our recommendation and loved it. And she wanted to know about other series that we would recommend for that kind of reading.
So we're putting this out to everybody too. So if you have a recommendation, we'll willingly take it.
Oh yes, most definitely.
Carol said the deer this week ate all her hydrangea leaves and buds. Both bushes are gone.
Okay, last year, Helen was in tears. Absolutely in tears because the deer took it down.
No, that was my hibiscus.
Oh, that wasn't the hydrangea?
No, that was my hibiscus. No, that was my hibiscus.
Never mind. The hibiscus, however, is doing beautifully.
Yeah.
It came back so strong, really beautifully.
But the hydrangea that we got last year did not fall prey to the deer.
No, that fell prey to the dogs.
Yeah. However, we had 2 this year, and fingers crossed, they're still hanging in there. The worst thing that's happening to them is the heat. The heat has burned off some of the, it's actually burned the buds and some of the leaves. But we have it in the front yard, away from the deer because the dogs get the front yard.
And fenced in to supposedly keep the dogs out. However, one of our dogs is a jackalope and just from a standing position can jump over 4 feet of fence. Not actually 4 feet. That's not right. Probably about 2 feet.
Yeah. Regina's been sick all week. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Carol says they're jumping a 5-foot fence to get to them. They let me have them, her have them last year, but this year and the year before.
So they're frustrating.
They are.
Really are.
Yeah, they sail over our we've got a 4-foot fence right over it.
Without even trying.
Yeah.
I mean, they just go right over. So.
Okay. Anyway, back to series and epic books.
Okay. So what I do in my journal is I have a section that is backlists and series. I put it at the back of my reading journal. This is my one from last year. And then I list it by author. And I have it that's a spot where I can show the date that I read it, the rating, and the format and the page that I actually reviewed it on. And what I do is if I read a book that I really, really like by someone, I'll go and see what other books they've written and then write them in my journal. What I am finding right now is I am not doing as many series as I am standalones, but then I go find everything else by that author and love those as well. Like I have one for T.J. Klune that,
It's finished.
Pretty much. And Emily St. John Mandel. None of these books really are a series. They intermingle sometimes, but all of them are just such wonderful pieces of work that when we see something by her, it's yes, grab that right away.
I am not usually a series reader because it's such a commitment for me. Especially if the entire series is available, because then I know I'm going to want to go through it, and it's like, do I want to commit so much of my reading time to that? But I loved going through the Throne of Glass series.
Right.
I mean, I really did.
Every now and then, it's a really nice
yeah.
thing to do, you know?
And I will go through, I'll do ACOTAR at some point this year. So
Yeah.
just to continue with that.
Well, okay, so I thought, looking back through this, what I could do is Constance Sayers does not have a series. She doesn't have books in a series, but these books are kind of fantastical, and they're amazing. So she has The Ladies of the Secret Circus and then A Witch in Time. Both of these books were just wonderful. They were so good. So good. Both 5 stars.
Strong females.
Oh my God.
Female rage.
Such good ones. Marissa Myers has one. She does have a series. She's got Cinder, Scarlet, Cress, and Winter that are all based on fairy tales but set in the future that have kind of a dystopian tint to them. So they are really good. I enjoyed those a lot. Did you do any of those?
I did Cinder, maybe Scarlet?
Cinder is Cinderella.
Right.
Scarlet is Red Riding Hood. Cress.
No, I don't. Maybe I didn't do Scarlet.
Cress is that's Rapunzel, and Winter, I'm pretty sure, is Snow White.
And then she did do Rumpelstiltskin too.
Yes, she did Heartless and Gilded. Those two are standalones. They're not part of the Cinder series.
Okay.
So those were good. I have Sarah J. Maas for that. And then this year, I'm trying to remember what I put in for this year. Okay. All right. Amelia Hall has an English detective that is an older woman who has just lost her husband. Her husband was a police constable, and it starts out with the Shell House Detectives. This is a good series. I'm enjoying this a lot. I really like that.
You found that one on Kindle Unlimited, right?
Yes, yes. Then Kristen Painter has a whole bunch of different series. I have started the Nocturne Falls series. It's fun. It's light. It's just, kind of fluffy. But the first one is the Vampire's Mail Order Bride. It's kind of like a romancy type of thing. So that's fun. That's really fun. But very light and fluffy and romance.
We're getting lots of ideas. So
okay, all right. I'm just checking to see. Can't do it without talking about Jodie Taylor, because we both are reading the the Chronicles of St. Mary series. Those are so much fun. And then I did the Elizabeth Cage series. I just finished that. Also very good.
There's a Throckmorton Farm series by her that we loved. Loved.
Yes.
And then there's also the Time Police that we haven't even started yet.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of those. And then I have Elizabeth Peters in here. She is the Amelia Peabody, also Vicky Bliss. She's got a whole bunch of different series. They are set in Victorian times, and one of them is about a woman who is a nurse who is tied up with a police CID inspector and solving crimes. So those are mysteries. But Amelia Peabody is the one that basically The Mummy is based on. It's the woman is an archaeologist, and
is that the one I gave you?
Yes.
For book fit? Okay.
Yes. So they are fun.
Oh, the Camelot Caper. Okay.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. So yeah, those are good. Okay.
All right. So your recommendations. Let's see.
Do we have a pen? Yes.
Okay. Laura says The Bell in the Lake by Lars Mitting series of 3, but the second one, The Reindeer Hunter, she didn't like as much. Third one isn't out yet, but Bell in the Lake is fantastic.
Okay.
Carol says she's a sucker for a long series and will keep reading long beyond what the series life should have been. Such FOMO to need to read to all of them.
Okay.
I agree with that. Once I start a series, then I'm going to finish it, unless it gets really bad, because I'm going to want to know how it ends. I have been known to go to Wikipedia when it gets really bad. And
I was
figure
going to
out how it
say,
ends.
there have been times where I've gone to Wikipedia. And then there have been times that I've stayed Jennifer Armentrout and to listen to the entire thing.
Karen says, oh, okay, she says she got here late. She had her Jack Russell Finley at the vet.
Oh,
Yeah,
hopefully everything's okay.
she has an ear infection.
Okay.
Let's see. Regina Brown says The Little Shop of Found Things by Paula Braxton. 3 books in the series. I think either we own them or we've read them.
We do. We have them.
Okay.
We have
Because
those.
Paula Braxton, I know we've read some of her stuff.
Yeah, no, we have those.
Carol says Paula Braxton again, City of Time and Magic series were really great. Really anything by her.
Okay, so wait. The City of Time and Magic
is another series by her.
Okay.
Oh, maybe they're both the same one? Because then she says, haha, we both recommended the same one.
Okay. I know that I've read the first one. I just didn't know I didn't realize it had a name for the series.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Carol says Laurie King's Mary Russell is a Sherlock Holmes series. Or Deanna Rayburn's Veronica Speedwell. We're about to get some really loud noise.
Okay,
it'll go by in a minute.
Laurie King what?
Mary Russell.
Okay.
Okay, we apologize. We have paving equipment going by on our street. Obviously, the town of Montclair does not care that we are podcasting. And if you think we're annoyed by that, imagine the cars behind them.
There's a parade going by.
Yeah.
There's a pickup truck in front and then 3 different very slow moving vehicles behind it.
Okay, they are 2 different series.
Okay.
Paula Braxton.
Okay.
So. All right, so then I went and looked up. These aren't books necessarily that we've read. These are just suggestions from other people.
Okay.
Move us down here. So this one was 8 epic fantasy series. They all sound, of course, really good.
Okay.
There's An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. That's Sabaatahir. This is an empire based on Rome, loosely based on the Roman Empire, but more current. And when Laya's brother is arrested for treason, Laya is forced to make a decision. In exchange for help from rebels who promise to rescue her brother, she will risk her life to spy for them from within the Empire's greatest military academy. There, Laya meets Elias, and the school's finest soldier, and secretly its most unwilling. Elias wants only to be free of the tyranny he's been trained to enforce. He and Laya will soon realize that their destinies are intertwined and that their choices will change the fate of the Empire itself.
Okay, that sounds good.
There's Court of Thorn and Roses. The Queen's Rising by Rebecca Ross, which I hadn't heard of, and we both love Rebecca Ross.
Yeah.
She did Divine Rivals. Brianna desires only 2 things: to master her passion and to be chosen by a patron. Growing up in Valania at the renowned Magnolia House should have prepared her. While some are born with a talent for one of the 5 passions: art, music, dramatics, wit, and knowledge, Brianna struggled to find hers until she chose knowledge. However, her greatest fear comes true. She is left without a patron. Months later, Her life takes an unexpected turn when a disgraced lord offers her patronage. Suspicious of his intent, she reluctantly accepts. But there is much more to his story, for there is a dangerous plot to overthrow the king and restore the rightful queen and her magic to the throne. So I think that's a 3-book series.
Okay, that sounds like fun.
Yeah. There's Children of Blood and Bone.
I think we have the first one.
With like the first 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the third just came out this month.
Okay.
Like 2 days ago.
Oh, okay, okay.
3 Dark Crowns by Kendare Blake. This, I don't know whether you had read this one. Because this is, in every generation on the island of Fenbairn, a set of triplets is born. 3 queens, all equal heirs to the crown, and each possessor of a coveted magic. That sounds really familiar, right?
It does, and I don't know whether we have it. I have not read it. I'm just wondering whether it's one that we had or it was like a book of the month and we were trying to decide if we should get it.
Okay. Because becoming the queen crowned isn't solely a matter of royal birth. Each sister has to fight for it. It's not just a game of win or lose, it's life or death.
Yeah, no, we do not have it, so that's one we should look for.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Last Namsara by Kristen Ciccarelli. In the beginning, there was the Namsara, the child of sky and spirit, who carried love and laughter wherever he went. But where there is light, there must be darkness, and so there was also the Iskari, the child of blood and moonlight, the destroyer, the deathbringer. These are the legends that Asha grew up with. The Asha, daughter of the king of Firgard, has grown up learning in hushed whispers, drawn to the forbidden figures of the past. But it isn't until she becomes the most feared dragon slayer in the land that she takes on the role of the next Iskari, a lonely destiny that leaves her feeling more like a weapon than a girl.
Ooh, okay.
Furyborn also sounded familiar.
Who's it by?
Claire Legrand.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. There's Eliana. She's a bounty hunter for an undying empire. She believes herself untouchable until her mother vanishes. And to find her, she joins a rebel captain and discovers that the evil empire heart is more terrible than she ever imagined.
Okay.
So, you know, there was one, A Far Wilder Magic or something, that seems, I think that's one it sounds like.
Okay. All right.
And then Onyx and Ivory by Mindy Arnett. Kate's inherited the title of traitor and a bad reputation. The world she lives in has a complex magic system, and Kate's own powers endear her to animals, the way we've grown to love so many in the Throne of Glass world as well. And every time you think the stakes have peaked, Mindy Arnett will shock you with another twist to raise them even higher.
Okay. All right.
So,
those sound like fun.
those all sound very interesting.
Okay, don't get rid of that website because
Okay.
we'll make a list of them.
Yeah. Okay, so more suggestions from you guys.
Okay.
Wendy says The Library on Crooked Lane by C.J. Archer is part of the Glass Library series. She may have got the recommendation here. Anyway, it's a cute series with some magic.
Okay.
Carol says The Legacy of Orisha, which is the and the third just came out. So she says yes, because we just mentioned it.
Okay.
Barbara made it to the live today. She's in Washington State on vacation. Maryland is her home. Oh, well, that's a fun place to go on vacation.
Yeah, it's on my list. I want to go there.
Liz Straw says the Cadfael books by Ellis Peters, a medieval monk who works in the herbal and solves mysteries.
I'm pretty sure. Wasn't there one where Christian Slater was in the movie? Young monk.
Oh, The Rose.
The Name of the Rose?
The Name of the Rose?
Is that it? I don't know. I'm pretty sure our dad read the Cadfael series. I mean,
Okay.
that's right up his alley.
Yeah.
So pretty sure he was in those. I also know that there's I don't think it's Niall Marsh. We read one for book club one time.
You're doing Ken Follett, not the Pillars of the Earth.
No,
Okay.
no. It's a mystery book. Maybe it's Niall Marsh. I don't think so though.
I don't remember doing Niall Marsh for book club.
No, I'm pretty sure it wasn't. I can't remember. But it was a British inspector that
Oh, is this the?
the body in the library, maybe? Is that it?
Oh, that sounds like Agatha Christie.
It does.
It's one that was the like the sequel to Pride and Prejudice, where no, not that one.
No,
Okay.
no, not like Murder at Pemberley or something like that. No, it was Body in the Library is Agatha Christie, which would make sense because I'm pretty sure it was one of our Agatha Christie yarns.
Pretty sure we did a.
I'm trying to think what it is. It will come to me at some point. But I remember us reading it and then going, and Dad had a whole bunch of them in the series.
Okay.
So anyway, sorry, rambling.
Carol says the name of the rose is Umberto Eco. That sounds much.
Yes.
I agree with you, Carol. That's who it is.
Yeah.
But the Cadfael is a BBC series now based on the books. Great ones.
Okay.
All right, so
right.
that's a good one. And Elizabeth says she is reading The Perfect Son by Frida McFadden.
Okay.
That sounds familiar, like it's been all over the place recently.
It could be.
So, are you thinking about Elizabeth George? That's from your sister.
No, it's not Elizabeth George. No, I'm pretty sure it begins with an N. It probably doesn't, but
It's going to be any letter other than M.
I'm just, oh my God.
As soon as I hit close on this thing, it's going to come to you.
Yeah. I cannot remember it. Let's see, how far back do I go?
Well, what book club was it?
I don't know. I'm thinking Claire was part of it, so it would have been the one in Keyport, but I'm not sure. I don't know why I'm associating Claire with it.
Susan says, hello, Barbara, who is in Washington on vacation. She says, be sure to visit Mount Rainier while you're here. It's beautiful in Washington. So. You gotta go back further than that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Did you read Good Eggs?
I started it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't finish it. It's on my did not finish shelf.
Kimberly says Before We Were Young by Lisa Wingate is a great book, and it is.
Oh my word. I did not expect that one to affect me as much as it did.
And I just saw that she has a new one out. Amanda says not the Louise Penny. No, I don't think
No, not Louise Penny.
Carol says Sharon Short has Trouble Island coming out. It's a great one. Also writes as Jess Montgomery and wrote Kinship series about first woman sheriff in Ohio during the 1920s. All good.
Jess Montgomery.
Kimberly, Before We Were Yours. Yes, that's the name of it. Not Before We Were Young.
Jess Montgomery, what?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. And wrote Kinship series.
Kinship, okay.
Laura says it's raining again in Wisconsin so far this summer has been great if you're an earwig or a mushroom. We were that way late spring into summer, and now it seems like everything happens around Montclair.
Yeah.
I mean, other than Wednesday night, but the storms that came through and broke the heat wave that just I mean, there were like tornadoes in New Jersey from these storms. We did not get a drop of rain. It cleared, which was nice.
Yeah.
But we did not get a drop of rain, and everything is so dry now. I thought that it was going to be the wettest
Yeah.
season, and then the heat came. It happens every year.
Right.
Jess says she's also from Wisconsin, that all her flowers that normally die of the heat have now drowned.
One extreme or the other.
Right.
All right. Okay, well, that is what I have. How about you?
Yeah, I have another site,
Okay.
if we want to go to that, but I'm sure there are. You read that and didn't like that, right?
Right. That was The Red Queen by Victoria somebody or other. I did not like that. I found it trite.
Very, very young adult, right?
Yes.
And slapped together.
Yeah, it needed a good editor. I'm finding that a lot. There is the London series by, is it Victoria somebody or other? Red London, Black London.
Oh, is that V.E. Schwab?
V.E. Schwab, that's it. I think her first name is Victoria.
Okay.
But that was good. That was very good.
Yeah, there's the Tierlings too, the Queen of the Tierlings.
Those
are
I
very
liked.
good.
I like those a lot.
Scorpica. If you want
I've listened to both of
strong
those.
females, those are really good.
Yes.
Um,
Those are, and they're tomes. They're thick.
yeah, and they're action packed.
Yeah. They're really, really good.
Trying to think what else we've read. Like fantasy type series. That's more your wheelhouse than mine.
I mean, I haven't been reading so many series. I've read a lot of fantasy books, but just not the series.
Oh, look. A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab.
Oh, there you go. See? That's her other series, not London. All right, let's see.
Oh, has anybody read The Graceling? Because I've seen that all over while looking up.
No, I haven't.
That's Katsa is a Graceling, a person born with extraordinary and unique gifts. Her skills lie in combat, and she can disarm or kill even the deadliest assassins. As the king's niece, most of her duties involve threatening enemies of the crown. Can you guys hear the babies? We have a nest right out here. But when she discovers her grace where her grace really comes from, she uncovers truths that could annihilate all of the seven kingdoms. When the enigmatic Prince Po, but I really thought hard on his name, arrives at the king's court in search of his grandfather, Katza's connection with him sends them both on a quest to restore justice to the kingdom. So that sounds very Throne of Glassy.
Yeah.
So that's Graceling by Kristen Kishore. Carol says this is this very nice segue, Carol, into our last thing that we're going to talk about. Eager Beaver question: will June mystery colors be revealed on Tuesday? If Tuesday is the 1st of July, yes, they will.
Yes, they will.
I think Monday's the 1st, so they will go on sale Monday, and we'll show them on Tuesday on the podcast.
They're good.
They are. They're very good. They're very good ones.
They're really good. I like this. Okay.
Barbara loved the Tierling series. Elizabeth says she also read Bobby Holmes series. All the Bobby Holmes series.
Okay, Bobby Holmes.
And JD recently read I Hope This Finds You Well by Natalie Sue. Reminded her of Eleanor Oliphant, which she enjoyed. I loved Eleanor Oliphant, so we will.
I hope this finds you well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what did you put in your cart?
What did I put in my cart for?
Harnesses.
Oh, I didn't. I didn't
Oh,
do it yet.
oh, okay.
We watched the Lay Down Diaries from Ann Patchett from Parnassus, and they had an event with someone who was there yesterday, and it sounded really, really good. But now I can't remember the name of it, which is why I was asking you if you had
She
started.
texted me to see it. She's like, "Do you have a cart going with Parnassus? Because usually with the Novel Neighbor, Parnassus, and Barnes and Noble, we have carts going at all times."
Yes. Let's see. It is. Um, Claire Lombardo. And the name of the book is. Hold on.
I'll look it up.
No, I'm going to pull it up.
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that's it. I give up because this just is not working.
So it's a book by Claire Lombardo.
All right, I will look.
The birds are blue jays that are screaming in the background. And this is the side yard of the house over here. And we have magnolia trees and things like that. And I'm pretty sure they've got several nests going in there. And the babies just scream all day long.
All right, the book is Same as It Ever Was.
Isn't that the song?
Yes, it actually, that was one of the reasons that I wanted to get it, because it almost was named after a Bee Gees song, and she went with the Talking Heads instead.
Oh, okay.
Because there's a lot of music in this. But it is about a woman who is now in her 50s, and she's having a wonderful time in her 50s. She's living a very good life in her 50s, but her life has not been that easy leading up to this, and it takes you back over the past 50 years over her life. But it sounded like a lot of fun, like a whole lot of fun.
Evidently, we haven't had enough paving equipment go by. Well, we're getting a box.
Okay. All right. What I did do was I got an email from Barnes & Noble yesterday that they had a new book by Ashley Poston available, and it actually isn't available yet because they sent me an email that said that all the other books had sent out, and that one did not. But it is called, hold on. It is called A Novel Love Story, and it just sounded really, really good. It's about a woman who is driving, and she loves like Hallmark movies and that kind of thing, and she has a series of books that she loves that's set in this particular town, and she drives and runs out of gas or something like that and has to stop at a small town, and it turns out it's the town from her favorite series of books. So I thought it sounded really, really fun. I also got The Dead Romantics by her, because that is about a woman who's a ghostwriter, and she's trying to get through her final book, her next book, and her very sexy editor will not give her any extension. He's the grumpy type. So she's trying to fight her way through editing this book, and suddenly she has to go home for her father's funeral, and at the funeral home she is met by a ghost of her editor, and somehow he has died, and she's got to figure out what's going on with him and that kind of thing. So I thought that one sounded really good too. She has great ideas. She is the woman that wrote The 7-Year Slip, which is about the apartment. I just finished reading it, where it's about the apartment, and if you go into the apartment, chances are kind of good that you may be pushed back 7 years in time. So it was a really interesting concept, and I enjoyed it.
Okay, so Carol says, what was the name again, the Hallmark-esque one? The novel?
Oh, A Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston. But I got a notification that the others have shipped and that one has not yet. So
Okay.
it may be brand new.
It's probably coming out Tuesday or something.
Yeah.
Jess says all of us, the two of us and all of you, have been so good for her. She is doing some cross stitch, slow stitching, and she is now doing cross stitch, slow stitching, and reading and listening to books in addition to normal crafting activities.
Good. That's so
Yes.
cool.
Now all she needs is more time in the day.
I know.
Karen says she's read all of the Elm Creek quilt novels by Jennifer. I'm gonna screw that up. Chiavarini. Easy reading and interesting. She loves the history about the quilts. And
Yes.
There are about 19 novels now. And Regina seconds that. She loves those books.
Cheryl sent us a whole bunch of them.
Okay.
They're down at the beach still. They're in my room.
JD has the 7-Year Slip by Ashley Puston that she keeps me to read. Just finished The Husband, which is another time travel type. The Husbands. We just
got that.
We got that from the Book of the Month.
Yeah, that's in our to be read pile.
Jess says she shouldn't say that all she needs is more time. She also needs to stay awake longer.
Yes.
So she can read more. Yes.
Oh my
keep
gosh.
falling asleep. Not because the book is boring. It's just relaxing. I am exactly the same way. I'm like, I have this time. I'm going to read.
Yep.
And I wake up an hour later and it's like, cool.
Now I get to spend the next 15 minutes trying to figure out where I was in the book when I actually passed out.
It's Really May says, have you ever read The Distant Hours by Kate Morton? Loving it. We love Kate Morton.
Yes, I'm pretty sure I've read just about everything by Kate Morton, and I adore her. I really do. Her books are just...
Her houses and...
But her language, she
Yeah.
takes the same words that I use and puts them together, and it's beautiful.
But it's
And
not
just-
overwrought because
No.
there's Kate Morton, and then there are people who think, oh, I'm going to use all the flowery language and all the words in the world.
Kate Morton is perfect.
Yes.
I love her books. Absolutely love her books.
Elizabeth Hewitt, has anyone read Kristen Hanna? Kristen Hanna is an auto buy for me.
Yes.
I also know she's an auto cry, but
The Nightingale still...
it's one of my favorite all-time books, but
Yeah.
oh my God, that book is just...
It was, such a good book.
And all of hers that I've read, because...
Except Firefly Lane, I didn't really care for that one.
Oh, is that her? Yeah, okay.
Didn't care
So
for
her
that
more
one so
recent
much.
ones. The Great Alone is so good. And the Four Winds. I haven't done the women yet.
But I'm pretty sure we have it. I'm pretty sure Amanda brought it up.
Yeah, but the Four Winds was really good. And for me, it was a time frame in history that I knew nothing about. And it's just like, it gets dry and everything, and I just think, oh, dust. Ugh.
Okay.
Yeah,
have to read this.
it's all the Dust Bowl, and it's just, you think, wow. God.
Kristen Hanna is a good one.
Yeah.
Very, very good, yes.
Janet wants to know, which do you have more of, to read books or unfinished sewing projects? To read books. We have a very big house, and it's got a lot of books in it.
I have my physical TBR books. These are not the audibles. These are just physical TBR.
And
Kindle.
And the ebooks.
Yeah, okay. Right now I have read some of these. I've read quite a few of them, but not even close. I am at 650, and we have several packages of books on their way to us. So I am trying to buy less books and read more back books. And what we do is I do Siri, and I give me a number between 1 and 650, and that's the book I read.
And it's really a very good way to do it because Meredith and I have very similar reading styles, and then we also have very divergent reading styles. And there have been a couple this time around this year where Siri picked me a book. I really don't want to read that, Siri. But I'm like, no, she picked it, so I'm going to do it.
Right.
And I've enjoyed most of them.
Yeah,
So-
I have one that I am not finishing right now just because I'm not in the right headspace for it. And then I have, I think maybe one that I put on a DNF. I didn't finish it. But other than that, I have read everything, and I am a pretty consistent 4 stars this year so far. There's some 2s.
I'm
There's
3
some
to 5. I don't think I've gone 2.
3s.
I know there was one DNF. I had one DNF.
And then there had been not very many 5s. But I've had a whole bunch of like 4.5, 4.75, that kind of thing. So it's been a good year. They're good books.
Yeah, the good books. I haven't had the A Night Circus or the Cerulean Sea, other than a reread of the 10,000 Doors of January and
was gonna say
Under
there
the
was
Whispering Door.
Okay, so my 5 stars, I did get the 10,000 Doors of January. I have The Secret Keeper by Kate Morton. And then The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy, which really surprised me at how much I really liked that book. That was a really, really good book. That's by Megan Bannon. If you haven't read that, that's fun. So, but yeah, no, it's, so yes, we have, and that's just our books. That's not my mother's
Yeah.
books or anybody else's. That's just ours. So, yeah.
JD's heard that TJ Klum has a book coming out that is a sequel to the Cerulean Sea. We have it pre-ordered. Susan says Stars of Alabama by Sean Dietrich is wonderful.
I have not even heard of that.
Jess says she's only reading on Kindle and Audible. That way it seems like she's collecting less stuff. Not really, it's just taking up less space. Yes, I can see where that.
But
I
you know,
love
sometimes
getting boxes of books.
I do.
And I agree with Liz. She's saying Libby the Public Library. And I know that we should do that. Did I say I love getting boxes of books?
I know. We get a whole bunch of ours through Pango, which is a used bookstore, like
Yeah.
an online used bookstore. And so we get a whole bunch of them through there. And then I'm paying between $5 and $12 a book.
Yeah.
I mean, $12 is expensive for a book there. So, I mean,
And we do try and either send them out to, we share with Amanda.
right.
And then we either put them on Pango to resell or pass them on to other people
Yeah.
so that we're not being so terrible to the environment. Amanda says, this is sister number 3. She is struggling to get through This Is How You Lose a Time War. This is the diverging reading personalities between the two of us. Meredith loved that book. I didn't get it. I thought it was
really
well
different.
written and very different, but yeah, I didn't get it.
Yeah,
and
no,
I
it's very,
I
very
did struggle to finish it.
Yeah. But I did.
I mean, I think I gave it like 4 stars because it was such a different read
Right.
and very well written, but it was just like I didn't get it. Elizabeth says they have McKay's where you buy and sell books. It's a super giant bookstore.
We used to
that's
have that
great.
We used to have that
At the beach.
At the beach.
I'm pretty sure the used bookstore down on Bloomfield Avenue does it too.
Yeah.
Regina says pick Pango with a question mark. Pango is a online used book site where you can buy books, but then you can also sell yours, and it's a piece of cake. You list your book, you say what kind of condition it's in. When it sells, they give you an idea of what your condition is selling for at the moment, so you can list it for that or more if you want. And then when it sells, they email you the postage
Yep.
label, and you just send it off. So.
And I mean, I think there have been twice that we didn't get the books and they refunded us immediately.
Right.
And then we found them from another seller. And there are a ton of people selling there, so that if you're looking for a particular book, chances are pretty good you're going to find it.
Right. Liz says she has boxes of books that she needs to get rid of boxes. There are places where you can send them and they'll sell them for you. I know Amazon used to do it, like Half Price Books or something like that, where you just send them and when they sell, they'd send them out and you'd get change.
Right.
And Amanda says she feels better because she doesn't get the Time War. Laura says, do we have little libraries in our neighborhood? They're all over here. We do, and we have like the best one I've ever seen right around the corner from us. They have a stone chair for you to sit in. And the library looks like a cave?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Joanne always uses the library. We should use the library more. Jess says she's even branched out from mysteries and textbooks because of all of us. Now she can include historical drama to the mix.
Oh, I mean, there's so many good books
Yeah.
out there. There really are. If you want to do a really good historical, V is for Verity. We'll just.
It will take your heart out. Stamp all over it. But it's a wonderful book.
It's such a good book. Such a good book. I think it's listed as young adult, but it is not. Well, it might be, but it's just. It's so good.
It's a rough subject.
Yeah.
Denise says they can donate to their public library. They have a fundraiser. Most of our libraries around here are very adamant that they do not take books. I think they just have too many.
Yeah, they get, but we have, for us, we have the college women's book sale. We used to go to that every year. It's in the summer and you pay $1 a bag. I think it's a little bit more now.
Right.
But it used to be $1 a bag, and you took your brown paper shopping bag and you filled it with books and you brought it home, and we got so many books from there.
And then
Tons
brought
and
them
tons
back
of books.
again in the following year.
Right. Well, that's what it is. You read it and then you bring them back. So.
Jess says she used to read romance, but that would just make her unfairly salty with her husband. Amanda wants to know when the college book sale is.
I'm not sure. Hold on.
Teresa says, my sister, the serial killer. We may own that. Because I remember when that came out, how much people really recommended that one.
There's also the one where everybody in his family has killed somebody.
I'm pretty sure that's what the name of it. Everybody in my family has killed someone.
Yeah, that I thought sounded really
Yeah.
good. No, we don't have it. Or if we do, it's not in my
Okay.
list. It is not during the summer. It's April 3rd through 7th and April 12th through 14th. So it's in April. But they do take donations. But they have, it's like every third Saturday between 12 and 1, you can drop off books.
Right.
And they don't have a spot in front that you can park. You have to park in the back and come through this long alleyway to get to them. They do not make it easy at all. But if you want to donate books, that's someplace here. We also have wandered around and put them in the little free libraries that are around. And there is an app that will show you all the little public libraries that are in your area. So,
Is V for Verity, is that the Colleen Hoover?
no, that's Verity.
Okay. So, the book we're talking about, I think you did say V is for Verity. It's Codename Verity.
Codename Verity, okay.
And it's Verty.
It's really, really, really good.
Yeah.
It is not the Colleen Hoover. Trust me.
Laura says she feels that reading is becoming a lost art because she always sees people on their phones at her appointments. But she usually has a physical book in the waiting room. I still feel like the feel of paper. I don't think reading is a lost art at all. I think reading is actually in a heyday at the moment, thanks to Book Talk and Bookstagram, I think they call it. And BookTube. I mean, Mary Beth and I watch a ton of people who talk about the books they read on YouTube, and the independent bookstores are getting so much better at their social media game that and sometimes I think when people are looking at their phones, they may be reading.
Yeah, I read my
mean,
books. I read books on the phone all the time.
I mean, the dawn of e-readers is wonderful. I love a physical book, but I have my phone, my iPad, my Kindle with me, and I have a library full of books.
Oh, yeah.
I will never not have something to read.
Right. Well, that's the thing, and I remember going away on vacation one time, and we were going for 4 days, I think, and my bag was so heavy because I had all these books in it. Right. And now it's either my phone or my Kindle.
Right.
Everything is there so that I can you don't have to worry about carrying all the extra poundage, and you still get the books.
Right.
And everything is available. So, and it's in the blink of an eye. You don't have to wait.
Yeah.
I mean, I go and check Kindle Unlimited, because we're a part of that, and have it in my library in seconds.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest problem with our Kindle Unlimited is usually we have to check out a book so we can make room
Right.
for. Carol says anytime she's on her phone when she's out, she's reading. Jess says she likes to read on a device because she can zoom in enough to read without her reading glasses.
I like that too. I
Yeah.
also like the way that if you're reading something, I read a book by Stuart Turton. It was set on an ancient sailing ship, and there were a whole bunch of terms that I didn't understand, and you highlight it and do search, and it defines it for you.
Yeah.
So that things like if you need to know what the shoulder piece of somebody's piece of armor was, it will tell you. You
Right.
know, that kind of thing. It makes looking things up very easy.
What was I just reading? Oh, the Midnight Snacks or Murder.
Okay.
One of her paramours is Italian, and his mother keeps cursing at her in Italian. So I would just hit the words, and it just looked it right up.
Oh, see,
So.
Learning to curse in Italian.
Elizabeth says she reads anywhere and whatever she gets a book on, she can get a book on. Sometimes there's a long waiting list for the popular books, but online it's just a click.
Yes.
And Carol says as a librarian, reading is still big. Our Libby circulation is up as well as physical. So even at an academic library, people enjoy reading choices.
That's good.
Recreational reading choices.
That's really good.
JD, recommend the podcast, What Should I Read Next by Anne Bogle. We love that podcast, and because she says warning, and it will add to our TBR list.
So many books.
Also, the Currently Reading podcast. Their regular podcast. They have a weekly podcast, and then if you become a patron of theirs, which we are, they do a monthly indie press list episode where they have a different indie bookstores around the country will send them 5 recommendations. Inevitably, at least 4 or 5 of those go on our list. It's like sometimes we have to put a ban on the indie press list for a couple months because
we're not allowed to do it. But they strongly recommend that if you're not going to get it from your library, that you get it from the particular indie bookstore that they are discussing things with, so that they get the business, and it's perfect.
Yeah.
You know, it's perfect. So we have sent so much business to different bookstores through that. So that's Currently Reading, and their indie press list, but you have to be the patron to do it.
And I'm pretty sure
I think it's $5 a month.
The Front Porch. Annie owns a bookstore down in Georgia, I'm pretty sure it is. So she has a podcast too, and that's very good. She and every so often her mom will come on, and she has to have the PG books for her mother.
We love book podcasts.
It's just, it gets expensive.
Yes.
Jess says she's subscribed to Kindle Unlimited since starting to watch us. Thanks for that rabbit hole.
Well, there's a lot of really good books
there
on
are.
there, you know. You
And
subscribe, but you get a lot of good books.
I mean, I used to think, it's on Kindle Unlimited, it can't be that good, but that's not true at all.
No.
There are really good books there.
Divine Rivals was actually on there.
Was it? Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one in The River Runs Through It.
Yeah.
By her.
Excuse me.
Regina says, have we all seen the group that started a reading? You just bring your book and read together. It has gotten so big. Oh, okay. So big they turn people away.
No, I don't. However, I've seen a whole bunch of people that do quiet book club.
And I think that's the same. I think that's along the same lines of
Yeah.
what she's talking about.
You come, you bring your book and your drink of choice, and you just sit quietly read.
Right.
And there are people who do like reading weekends, where they rent an Airbnb with really comfortable furniture, and they
snacks.
just go with friends and they have a reading weekend, and I'm really, really, I want to do that.
There was one we saw, I'm pretty sure that was a reading weekend, where they each got assigned a color.
Yes.
And you had to bring you had to bring the snacks and food, but only in that color group. So that was a really fun idea.
It was. You had to come dressed in that color and bring your food in that color, and it just I mean, the color, the food that they were bringing, none of it was healthy.
Yeah.
But that's part of it.
Regina says the silent
Oh,
book club
okay.
is what. And Jess is celebrating 33 years of marriage tomorrow, so
Oh,
congratulations.
congratulations.
That's an accomplishment.
Yeah, congratulations. That's very cool. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us for this.
I mean, we dragged that on for an hour.
Wow, I can't believe it's been an hour. When you start us talking about books, it's
Right.
just we don't stop. Anyway, we hope you guys
If you
have
want us to talk about our job, we're just going, "Duh, duh, duh."
we hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the weekend and just enjoy this lovely weather.
Yes, go forth and create.
And we will see you on Tuesday with our regularly scheduled program. We will be talking about the books that we are reading currently, and we will also be talking about showing you some progress on our projects.
And Monday, Monday is July 1st, so
Did you want to talk about that?
What?
You said that when Carol
we were
said-
kind of talking about it with
Yeah.
Carol, but so Monday, the June yarns will go on sale. We'll show them on Tuesday on the podcast because
Right.
they will be on sale for forever. But
Okay, so those are the Denizen of the Hollow, our Disney yarn, our favorite books yarn, and our newest collection, which is Who Runs the World Girls.
Right.
So, and that one was really pretty. However, we just finished dyeing all of those for July's yarns, and
yeah, those are good as well.
they're good.
Just Mimi wants to know if we tried BookBub. I had to unsubscribe from BookBub because it was just too much.
Oh yeah, there's
It was like, yeah, bye.
gets frightening after a
Right.
while.
So Canada has a long weekend. Enjoy your long
Yay!
weekend.
Yay for you!
And it's absolutely crazy that next week is July, Jess. I agree.
Yeah, that's wrong.
All right.
Okay.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
We'll see you on Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.